From the ashes of Newton Heath to the Theatre of Dreams, Manchester United isn't just a football club. It's a global phenomenon, a story of triumph, tragedy, and unwavering spirit. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of the Red Devils, exploring the history, the legends, and the moments that have defined one of the most iconic names in world sports. Our story begins in 1878, not as Manchester United, but as Newton Heath LYR Football Club, a team for the workers of the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway. Dressed in green and gold, they were a local side, far from the global powerhouse we know today. By the turn of the century, the club was on the brink of collapse, facing financial ruin. But then, a chance encounter involving the club captain S-Dog led to a meeting with local brewery owner John Henry Davies. He saved the club, and in 1902, a new name was born, Manchester United. With a new identity and a new home on the horizon, the club began to taste success. They won their first league title in 1908, followed by their first FA Cup in 1909. The next year, 1910, was a landmark moment. The club moved into a new stadium, a magnificent ground that journalist Ernest Mangnall dubbed Old Trafford, a place he called the Theatre of Dreams. This would become their fortress, a stage for countless legendary performances. After the disruptions of the World Wars, a new era dawned with the arrival of one man, Sir Matt Busby. Appointed in 1945, Busby had a revolutionary vision. He believed in youth, in nurturing talent from the ground up. This philosophy gave birth to the Busby Babes, a team of prodigiously talented young players who captured the hearts of the nation. Led by the incomparable Duncan Edwards, they played with a swagger and style that was breathtaking. They won back-to-back league titles in 1956 and 1957, and it seemed like the world was at their feet. Then, tragedy struck. On February 6, 1958, the club's plane crashed on a Munich runway after a European Cup match. The Munich air disaster claimed 23 lives, including 8 of the Busby Babes. The world mourned. The club was shattered. But from the depths of despair, the spirit of Manchester United refused to die. Sir Matt Busby, who miraculously survived, began the painstaking process of rebuilding. Driven by an unbreakable will, Busby built a new team. He found survivors like Bobby Charlton, who would become one of England's greatest ever players. He discovered new gems, like the mercurial genius from Belfast, George Best, and he brought in the powerhouse striker Denis Law. Together, they formed the Holy Trinity. This new-look United team rose from the ashes, playing with a flair and passion that honored the memory of those they had lost. And then came the ultimate redemption. 10 years after the Munich tragedy, in 1968, Manchester United reached the European Cup final at Wembley. They faced Benfica in an emotionally charged final. They triumphed 4-1. Bobby Charlton scored, George Best scored, and Sir Matt Busby had fulfilled his dream. Manchester United were champions of Europe. It was one of the most poignant and powerful stories in the history of sport. The statue of the Holy Trinity outside Old Trafford today stands as a testament to this incredible era. Following Busby's retirement, the club experienced a period of mixed fortunes. There were highs, like the FA Cup win in 1977, but also lows, including a shocking relegation in 1974. The club was searching for a new leader, someone who could restore the glory days. They found him in 1986, a fiery, determined Scotsman from Aberdeen named Alex Ferguson. Ferguson's early years were tough. He famously said he wanted to knock Liverpool right off their perch, but success didn't come overnight. Patience was wearing thin, but the board kept their faith, and that faith was repaid. The 1990 FA Cup victory saved his job and kick-started an unprecedented era of dominance. Ferguson, like Busby before him, built his success on a foundation of youth. The class of '92, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, and the Neville brothers emerged as a golden generation. Combined with world-class signings like the enigmatic Frenchman Eric Cantona, the formidable goalkeeper Peter Schmeichel, and the tough-tackling Roy Keane, Ferguson created a dynasty. The 1990s belonged to Manchester United. They dominated the newly formed Premier League. But Ferguson's ultimate ambition was to conquer Europe again. That dream culminated on a magical night in Barcelona in 1999 in the Champions League final against Bayern Munich. United were trailing 1-0 as the clock ticked into injury time. What happened next is the stuff of legend. 2 goals in stoppage time from Teddy Sheringham and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer sealed the most dramatic comeback in football history. United had won the treble, the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Champions League. Sir Alex Ferguson was knighted and his team was immortalized. The success didn't stop there. Throughout the 2000s, the silverware kept flowing. A new generation of superstars arrived. Wayne Rooney, a prodigious talent from Everton, and a young Portuguese winger named Cristiano Ronaldo, who would go on to become one of the greatest players of all time. Under Ferguson's guidance, Ronaldo developed from a flashy winger into a goal-scoring machine. In 2008, 50 years after the Munich disaster, Manchester United were once again champions of Europe, beating Chelsea in a tense penalty shootout in Moscow. Ronaldo scored, and the legacy continued. Sir Alex's reign lasted an incredible 26 years, yielding 13 Premier League titles, 5 FA Cups, and 2 Champions League trophies. When he finally retired in 2013, he left as the most successful manager in British football history. Life after Sir Alex has been a challenge. The club has struggled to replicate that consistent success, a testament to the monumental task of filling his shoes. But the spirit of Manchester United endures. Managers and players have come and go, but the core identity of the club remains. It's a club built on a philosophy of attacking football, of promoting youth, and of possessing a never-say-die attitude. You see it in the stands of Old Trafford, week in, week out. Over 75,000 fans, the Red Army, creating an atmosphere that is both intimidating and inspiring. The chants of glory, glory, Man United echo through the stadium, a reminder of the club's rich history and its constant pursuit of greatness. Today, Manchester United is a global brand with a fan base stretching to every corner of the planet. From the streets of Manchester to the megacities of Asia and the Americas, the red shirt is a symbol of passion and history. The club's appeal transcends the pitch. It's about the stories, the heroes, the comebacks, and the unbreakable connection with its supporters. The journey continues. With new players, a new generation of talent, and a relentless desire to get back to the pinnacle of football, the next chapter in Manchester United's history is being written right now. It's a story that has seen the lowest of lows and the highest of highs. A story of resilience that inspires millions. Whether you're a lifelong supporter or new to the beautiful game, the saga of Manchester United is one that captivates us all. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the history of one of the world's greatest football clubs. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Let me know your favorite Manchester United moment in the comments below. Until next time.